guys, and welcome to something I wanted to call a K-pop fact series about myself that will be starting on my channel. And here is how it works. So every now and then I would be uploading K-pop facts about myself, but it's a group edition. So for example, I would be uploading a K-pop facts about myself BTS edition, TVXQ edition, Blackpink, Red Velvet, Super Junior, Big Bang kind of versions. So there will be questions I list out. I actually have a full list right here on the side, and I will be reading off of them and I'll be answering them, obviously. And per video, it will be the very same questions, but of course of different groups, like I said. However, there will be some questions that will not be applicable, and of course, I will not be answering those. And if you guys didn't know, I am TVXU Trash all the way. They are my kings. Well, not really kings if we may consider what their name means in English. Their name obviously is, well, it's TVXQ, which is their like kind of global name, but in Korea their name is Dongbangjingi, which is loosely translated as rising gods of the east. So no pun intended with the fact that they are my gods. So yes, but as of the moment they have not released any songs, well, not considering the songs they dropped for the SM station drop and In a Different Life, which were sung by Yuno and Changmin respectively. So right now I will not be making a K-pop facts about myself TVXQ edition, but I will be making one, of course, definitely 100%. I will be making one when their new album is released early next year. So yeah, please look forward to that, my fellow Cassiopeias. But so of course, so right now, after the Rising Gods of the East, there are my, let's just say this group are my kings. They're everybody's memes. They're our princes, there are babies, there are whatever we can call them. And in fact, as you can probably tell from the title already, this is my K-pop facts about myself BTS edition. So there will be a total of 21 questions to be answered, judging from what I have on my list here. Since there will be a lot, I do not really want to make this long, but I know it's already long because I'm looking at my screen and it's already at 5 minutes and we haven't started any of the questions yet. But yeah, anyways, let's just get into answering those questions. So the first question I have here is, how long have you been in the fandom? So the answer to that will be, I have been in the ARMY fandom since 2014. So this will be my 3rd year with them. So number 2, what is the first song you've heard? I think I mentioned this already in a couple of videos, but the first song I've ever heard from them is Danger, which was from their 2014 first studio album, Dark and Wild. What is the first MV you've watched? As I've already said, this is kind of loosely connected to the previous question. So the first MV I've ever watched is their music video to Danger as well. So question number 4, who is the member you got to know first? So I believe the first member I got to know first was Jungkook, because he is my sister's bias, and my sister was actually the person who introduced me to BTS. And when she was showing the Danger video to me, she was like, this is my bias, and it's Jungkook. So yes. So question number 5, who is your first bias? I've probably mentioned this in a lot of videos as well, and that person would be Hoseok. J-Hope was my first ever bias during the Danger era, and he has been since from that era until like before the Run era appeared. So question number 6, who is your current bias? So if you guys have probably watched a lot of my videos, you will know that Jimin is my current bias. Has been since, of course, Run era, as previously mentioned, where J-Hope was my bias from Dark and Wild era until before Run, and from Run till now, Jimin is my bias. So question number 7, who is your bias wrecker? Jungkook. Freaking hell, this child is he just won't stop, because it's probably the fact that him and Jimin are my OTP. So technically, usually my OTPs are my top 2 in each group. Yeah. He's attacking everywhere. Question number 8. What is your favorite era for each member? I'll go down from oldest to youngest. So for Jin, probably Blood, Sweat, and Tears era is my favorite because he just looked very good there. So of course it's not actually just the Blood, Sweat, and Tears era. It's probably the whole Wings era that I love Jin in. So for Suga, for Yoongi, that would probably be, I don't know, Blood, Sweat, and Tears era as well maybe, because I mean I love the, so it would either be the Blood, Sweat, and Tears era, let's just say the Wings era, or the You Never Walk Alone era, because like the black hair just probably is my favorite on him. I mean, that was his hair during the first era, like No More Dream era, but I mean that was younger Yoongi. The older Yoongi with black hair looked hella good in black, and probably that's my favorite Yoongi era. So third person would be Hoseok. My favorite era with that boy is Spring Day era. This was the album where he showcased his like his vocals. Not a lot of chances were shown for him to show his like vocals, but from Spring Day era, I mean in the music, in the original audio, there was barely any J-Hope, but when they performed Spring Day live, it was good. And that hair color though, I love that hair color on him. Like it was a mixture of like gray, red, like purple-ish. I don't know what that color was. Doesn't matter if I know or not if I knew what it was, it just looked good on him. Okay, I just did what. So for Namjoon, my favorite era with Namjoon would probably be You Never Walk Alone era as well. Like he rocked the purple hair, and like Hoseok during Spring Day, I mean he rapped there, but there was like his first lines, he wasn't really rapping. I wouldn't consider that rapping, but he did show off vocals there. It's like, yeah, You Never Walk Alone era, I love the purple on him, so like Spring Day and Not Today. Like, so for my bias, Jimin, I am in despair with what era is my favorite with this boy. It's either the silver with Blood, Sweat, and Tears, like the Wings era, pink with You Never Walk Alone era, or black hair with the Young Forever era. So those are my top three. Of course, he's my bias. I have a lot of choices with that boy, but I can't really choose from those three. Yeah, and for Tae, probably my favorite with Tae is Not Today, like You Never Walk Alone era's hair on him. I mean, it's the typical brown hair, but the way they styled his hair for both Spring Day and Not Today, that was awesome. And finally for Jungkook, well, technically there's it's probably his current hair. Like, as we all know, most of Jungkook's hair were always shades of brown, but right now, right now, as of the moment, as they're promoting whatever they're promoting, he's with black hair, and black just looks good on them. Like there should be an era where they're all black hair. Like, yeah, like just be all black hair. Like Jimin's black hair should return. Yeah, and Yoongi's too. Like they should legit all just come back with like a black hair era for all 7. Yeah, I would love that. We would all love that. That was that for that question. And for the next question, it's kind of related to the previous one. So what is your favorite era overall? I think it's not really dependent on what era I really like, but it's the era they come back with every single time. So since their latest era is the Love Yourself era, that is probably currently my favorite era, because the projects they have with this era right now, like the UNICEF, and the other like things they're going with right now. So it's like the American interviews they're having right now, like they're just going higher and higher up in the scale of entertainment industry, not only in Korea but also in the world. So yeah, I think Love Yourself is my favorite era for them. So question number 10, which album is your favorite? That's a good question. I would actually, that's pretty hard. I mean, Love Yourself is an amazing album, but there is not one album they've come out with that was bad. Like legit, even their first album was hella good, and it just continued rising from there. But probably my overall favorite, it's a toss-up between, let's say, Love Yourself and the You Never Walk Alone album. Oh crap, and there's Young Forever too. Actually, I also really like that album. Dang. I'm not sure now. So it's a toss-up between those three. So it's like You Never Walk Alone, Young Forever, and Love Yourself. So in contrary to that question, what is your favorite song? My favorite song would be, because I would reveal this in my TVXQ facts about myself, but despite all groups having their title tracks as like dance songs and mostly songs in their albums as dance tracks, there are the more mellow ones that I really like. So technically my favorite ever song of BTS is Butterfly from the Hwayoungyeonwa Part 2 album. And of course, in relation to that previous question, what is your favorite music video? My favorite music video, if you guys have already seen a couple of my reactions, not only with BTS but a couple of groups with their aesthetics kind of video, of course that would be my kind of favorite music video. In all honesty, my favorite BTS music video has been Young Forever's music video ever since it came out, and that was like sometime in April last year. However, when they released Spring Day earlier this year, I was like, oh my god. But yes, so overall my favorite music video is Spring Day. Also, I just looked at the question right after this, and it's the same question as number 10, so the overall questions to this facts video would be just 20, not 21. So let's go with question number 15. What is your favorite intro? This song is technically more applicable to all BTS albums because most of their not just BTS albums, just BTS in general, because most of their albums have intros. We have the intro for the school series, the intro for each like Hwayoungyeonwa series, and then we have the intro to the Blood, Sweat and Tears what is this? The Blood, Sweat and Tears and You Never Walk Alone albums, as well as the intro for this album, their current one, Love Yourself. And out of all those, my favorite would either be, this is another question where I'm at the toss-up. It's either Hwayoungyeonwa Part 2. I'm not sure if it's Part 2 or Part 1 that had Nevermind as their intro. So Nevermind was sung by Suga. And of course, the intro by my bias, Jimin. So that would be Serendipity for Love Yourself. So it's either Nevermind or Serendipity. I am at a toss-up because I love both songs very much. I mean, all their intros were good too. Oh wait, it's not just a toss-up between these two. There's also Wings' intro, which was in Boy Meets Evil by J-Hope, and that song was beautiful. And question number 14. What is your favorite outro? That will be hands down Wings. If some of you guys didn't know, Wings is in 2 albums, because like most of Wings' songs were also in You Never Walk Alone's track list. However, for the Wings album, it was called Interlude Wings, but so it was like a minute and a half or 2 minutes, I think. But when it reappeared in You Never Walk Alone's album, it became Outro Wings, and they extended the song with a solo of J-Hope, and oh my god, I love that song so much. Question number 15. What is your favorite member solo? All of them. I loved every single one of them. Like, there is legit no I like this one or this one or this one over the other ones, because they were all amazing solos. You cannot choose a favorite solo song. It's impossible to like just one over the other 6. It's dumb how you will be able to find a favorite out of all 7 when they're all amazing songs, because each song has like a different message. Number 16. Who is your favorite ship? Oh my god, if most of you have been in my channel already, you guys will probably know I am Jikook, Cookmin, Mingook, like whatever kind of trash for our Bunny and Jimin, but yes, I am trash for those 2, so bad. Question number 17. What was your first ever purchase for this group? This was back in like late last year. Technically, my first ever purchase was the Wings album. If you guys have probably seen my unboxing to the Wings album, I talked about how that was my first ever BTS album. However, it didn't come until February due to delays. I don't know, like I bought it back in October, but then it came in February, so I don't know what happened. So that was technically my first ever purchase, but the first ever product that actually got to me was their 2017 season's greetings, which is this red big block of red right here. That is my first ever BTS merchandise, official merchandise that was actually with me. Yeah. Question number 18 is a relating question to the previous one. What is your first album you've bought for this group? So this question is related to the previous one, and as already mentioned, my first ever album that I purchased of BTS was the Wings album. Question number 19. What are you collecting their products? If so, for things like photo cards, do you collect specific members or do you collect everyone? Yes, I do collect their merchandise. Also, with regards to photo cards, I think I mentioned this in my photo card collection video that I do collect OT7 for albums only. However, for other photo cards like their mini photo cards for their tours or their fan meetings or their special photo cards, like for example the what is this? The concept book I have read at the back. I do not collect all members. If I do get my specific member, then I'm totally happy. So for the Wings concept book, I have Jimin, and I'm totally happy with that. And for the other photo cards, like as I said, the mini photo cards, the training cards for their tours, for their fan signs and whatnot, I do collect only top 3. So that will be Jimin, Jungkook, and Hoseok. Question number 20. What was your initial thought when you got into the fandom? I think I talked about this in my first ever K-pop related video when in this channel, because this channel, if you guys didn't know, this was originally an anime, like an otaku relating channel, until I switched onto K-pop. And my transition video was a K-pop facts about myself, and I mentioned there that as of this year, I have been a K-pop stan for 11 years. And every single time I got into a fandom, I had no initial thought, especially when I joined fandoms right when the group started. So when I initially joined ARMY, when I first joined ARMY, I was thinking that they'd just be the typical group that I follow. They were from a very small company that didn't have any other groups. They weren't as big as like JYP, YG, and SM. However, looking at them now, I am hella amazed. From such a small company that their company only they only manage 2 groups, so that's Home and BTS, and that's technically it. But look at this group from a very small company have made it so far into the industry. I'm amazed. I never expected them to reach this high, and I'm amazed. I'm wowed. And I'm happy that I was able to watch them grow into global stars. I wasn't seriously expecting them to reach this high, and I am very proud. I am so happy that I was born in the same generation to actually like these boys. But yes, so that was the last question. If you guys had any more other questions that you wanted me to answer which relates to BTS, comment them down below. But I think none of you guys will really want to ask questions because I'm not that interesting. But yes, there will be more groups that I will be doing this off. As I said, this is a series now, so technically BTS is episode 1 for my K-pop facts series. But yes, I will be making more in the future videos, but not right now since this is such a long video to actually film. So I will not be making this as often. This will probably come out twice a month. Not twice a month. Once every 2 months or once every 3 months. Technically, it will come out there will be 4 videos of this every year. I don't know, every quarter of the year. But yes, so that was that for that video. Once again, thank you guys for watching. Thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe to my channel for more videos, K-pop related videos, and remember to keep on shining. Bye!